Yes, I like to put a murder or a dead body or something.
Where at?
In the alley.
What is up, ladies and genitals? It's YoteSlaya here, bringing you some more Borderlands 2 content. Nah, but rest in peace to the GOAT, man. Rest in peace to the GOAT. How ironic is it, the man that truly invented the rape train? I know a lot of people credit that to the Syndicate project. They call it the Syndicate rape train. But in reality, YoteSlaya is the one who originated the rape train on zombies, and he is who was the first pioneer in getting to the highest rounds in Nazi zombies. Back when Shino Numa was top shit. Back when Black Ops 1 Zombies was what everybody was talking about when they went to school. YoteSlaya was the man. Now, if you don't know who YoteSlaya is, YoteSlaya used to make lots of Borderlands 2 content, lots of just Borderlands in general content, and lots of Nazi Zombies content. It was typically exclusive between those two games. There was other content as well, but mostly just that stuff. I broke my bong slider the other fucking day. I was like cashing it out, and of course it falls out of my hand and goes into the ashtray because I was like geeked up, fucked up off some pills or some shit. Regardless, I'm using this new bong slider today that I found in the drawer because I have a lot of 14s, 14 millimeter size bong sliders, and the reason for that is I order a lot of dab rigs and stuff, and all the dab rigs frequently come with bong sliders as well, and obviously I'm not going to be using something I'm using as a dab rig as a fucking water pipe, because that shit is disgusting. It'll get filled with chungus and nasty resin and black shit. Nobody fucking wants that shit. So I just put the bowls like in a spare drawer, you know what I'm saying? Well, finally came to the point where my dumbass broke all of his fucking bowls or gave them away because people are always asking for them. And I had this one last bong slider in there that is a 14, but the handle was broken off, so that's obviously why I stuck it in the drawer. You know what I'm saying? This little piece in which you on the slider that you would use to fucking pull the slider in and out of the bowl. Well, that shit is just broken off. The bowl itself is perfectly fine, but where that chip is, I just like brushed my hand across that shit when I was packing the bowl, and of course I fucking impaled myself on broken glass basically. So now there's just like a little spot of blood coming out of my finger. Sorry if that tripped any of you out. It's fucking snowing like a motherfucker. It is a blizzard outside right now. It is November. It was just Thanksgiving. We already had snow on the ground like 2 weeks ago. We had snow for 2 solid weeks. It happened at the beginning of November. As soon as Halloween was over, it was just fucking winter. I live in Michigan, so it's fucking cold all the time. And we're surrounded by the Great Lakes, so it's basically Alaskan weather. It's some bullshit. Regardless, we had snow for about 2 weeks, and I love to snow skate. Now, if you don't know what snow skating is, that's what's on my intro sequence. It's basically a skateboard in the snow. Ambition snow skates are the snow skates that I like to skate. Now, I'm not float or sponsored or paid or any of that shit for Ambition, but some of my friends are pro or flowed by Ambition, and I skateboard with these people. They were influences on me as a child. They're a couple years older than me. I'm about 20, and they gotta be somewhere around like 23 to 26. Regardless, I love to snow skate. So it was really nice when the snow came down, because it's fall, so it's obviously not like fucking freezing, you know what I'm saying, outside. At some points in the winter here, it gets to -30. It's ridiculous, but it was about 30, 20 degrees, and that's comfortable. That's like what some people where I'm from call warm, you know what I'm saying? It's typically like you ever seen an episode of South Park where it's like there's a lot of grass and then there's just like mounds of snow in the background places? That's what it's like where I live, fucking all the time. A good like 3/4 of the year. Regardless, it was really nice snow, so I was able to get outside while I was geeked up and feeling myself. Dude, I swear, you just like pop a PK, you get fucking going. Dude, you know what? You probably shouldn't take drugs. That's horrible advice, but gets me moving. Regardless, I'm in the backyard shoveling snow like a motherfucker, geeked up, and I'm making a jump. Basically, I just piling all the snow into one spot. and then I put a piece of wood over it so it doesn't lose its shape when I go to hit the jump on my board, obviously, because your board would just cut through a fucking ramp if you don't. And then I put snow over that, and then I got the bright idea, maybe I could put water over this jump and that'll make it, you know, like more permanent. So I go and I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get the water over this jump without breaking it? And so what I do is I go into the garage and I think, oh, dude, a watering can for gardening, that would be perfect because it evenly dispenses the water like a fucking shower head, you know what I'm saying? So I fill that bitch up with water and I sprinkle my jumps down, and I don't hit the jumps for a couple hours. Obviously, I want to let that ice and slush set in, and then I pack more snow on it, pack it down. And then I came back out the next day. Perfect jumps. I definitely recommend that strategy to anybody. I'll have like a video about snow skating and all that stuff, but all the snow melted like 2 days ago. It rained and my jumps are still there. There's no snow anywhere right now besides where my jumps are, besides my little skate park in the backyard where I'm gonna fucking break my back. there's nothing anywhere but the chunk of ice that is the ramps, or the kicker ramps, that is my snow skate park. My rail is 100% exposed, sitting in the grass. There's no snow anywhere. But the snow is coming down right now. It hasn't stuck. It's starting to lighten up since I started recording the video. Honestly, the weather is crazy here. It just comes and goes. Hopefully it snows as heavily as it was just a couple minutes ago, though, because I'd really enjoy it to have some more snow. Because if it's cold, it might as well have snow. If it's just fucking cold and there's no snow, what is the point of that? That's just miserable. The most miserable time of year here, I would say, is probably before winter is over and before spring is here, because everything is just basically fucking slush. I'm gonna pause for a minute here. Sorry, I don't have a face cam to enjoy this today, but you can get some sound effects here. Borderlands 2 is such a good game, guys. Who still plays Borderlands? I know that Borderlands 3 is in development, and it was officially announced to be in development as of a year ago, because at E3 or PAX, I'm not quite sure, it was some form of gaming conference, there was an announcement. Gearbox announced it, and they basically demonstrated different forms of ways to project their animations and their graphics. So hopefully we'll see what Borderlands 3 looks like in the coming months.